This video is all about weekly planning. First, I'll share my weekly review routine, and then Andy and I will together share our weekly planning methods. So first of all, the weekly review. For nearly 6 months, I've actually been doing this weekly review, and it's been quite helpful for me. This can take as little as 5 minutes, but it's a great way to set yourself up for success in the next week. Sometimes I'll start by writing a free-form couple of sentences about the week at the top of the page. And then I journal the answers to 3 questions about the previous week. First, I ask what worked. I've heard so many people say it's so important to count your wins, and I would agree with that. I think it's really important to look back at the week and think about what was successful or what was really great and celebrate those things and write them down. Next, I ask what didn't work. For me, this is actually pretty easy to fill out, and I have to be careful not to be so hard on myself. But I look for areas that are really out of line with what I want my life to look like, and I write these down. Finally, next week I will. I'll write down 3 or 4 actionable goals or statements, specifically things I will be careful to watch the coming week. Usually, but not always, these statements are directly related to the previous section of what didn't work. Next, we turn the page and block out our weekly time schedule. Here, we block out our days and our times. Andy does his by the hour, and I divide mine into morning, afternoon, and evening. Within this, we'll fill out our appointments and meetings for the week, our exercise time, and our scheduled work time. Andy has a normal 9-to-5 job, and I'm self-employed. I have a little bit more flexibility than him, but it's important that I actually write down my planned work time so I don't see my calendar as a bunch of open time. And I'll fill in when I will do the work for my business and do my best to stick to that schedule. And if you don't know about the Pomodoro technique, I think it's been really helpful for me on staying on task. I'll provide a link to that down below. And finally, Andy likes to write in his rest time and family time. His schedule is so much tighter than mine, and he's found that when he actually plans out his rest time and his family time, it helps him stay engaged as a father and encourages him on a hard day to know that rest is coming and rest is important. So now that we have everything, we have a conversation with one another, making sure there wasn't any overlap or confusion. And we also tend to keep track of our appointments that concern both of us on Google Calendar. So we have reminders popping up on our phone and email as well. The companion to our weekly schedule is our weekly tasks and projects list. We approach this differently, and both systems work well for us. Andy does a more free-form master task list for the week. He'll write out everything he would like to get done in a week in a perfect world, and then he'll work these into his daily task pages or migrate them into the next week. I have a projects list where I've broken it down into categories: work, self, and home, and I'll write no more than 4 projects in each list. I know it's most likely that I won't complete all of these each week, but they help me know what I should and shouldn't be doing, and what's important and what's not. I seriously am not using this to look for more things to do, but actually the opposite. This is a tool that helps me do less and to stay more focused. And then I prioritize my top 3 projects, 1 from each category, and I write those on the top. And finally, on the right-hand side, I fill in meals, and I have a section for notes and the next week, what's coming up. In the meals section, I don't actually plan ahead of time, but I write in what we've eaten that day or if we ate out, so I can keep track of those things. Maybe in a perfect world I would meal plan, but that's not happening right now. So that's it. If you're not already doing weekly review, I strongly encourage you to give it a try for at least a month and see how it works for you. And if you're doing one, I hope some of these techniques were helpful for you, and you can try them out as well. And if you have something that we don't do that you think is great for you, please let us know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.